What is going on, guys? John here back with another video, and today, man, I will be talking about Ben McLemore. Ben McLemore was a 4-star recruit and ranked the 34th best player in the nation. He would end up going to Kansas University and would go on to average 15.9 points per game, 1 steal per game, 2 assists per game, 5.2 rebounds per game, shot 42% from 3, and 49.5% from the field. It was apparent that McLemore was one of the best prospects going into the 2013 NBA draft, and he instantly drew comparisons to Ray Allen because of his athletic ability, which was complemented well by his jump shot. He would go on to get drafted with the 7th overall pick in the 2013 NBA draft by the Sacramento Kings, and his career started off pretty well there, and even won Western Conference Player of the Month in November of 2013. He would also go on to be selected and compete in a 2014 slam dunk contest, which shows the potential that he has, especially in terms of his athleticism. For his rookie year, Ben McLemore would go on to average 8.8 points per game, 1 assist per game, 2.9 rebounds per game, shot 32% from 3, and 37.6% from the field. It was very apparent that this wasn't the best year for McLemore, especially when it came to his efficiency, which was something that he obviously needed to work on. In the last game of the season, he put up 31 points, so at least he was able to go out on a high note. In his second year with the Kings, McLemore averaged 12.1 points per game, 1.7 assists per game, 2.9 rebounds per game, shot 35.8% from 3, and 43.7% from the field. He improved in pretty much every single stat, and his career trajectory was going up. But still, there was room for improvement. On November 3rd, 2015, the Kings exercised their 4th-year team option on McLemore's rookie scale contract, which would extend his contract through the 2016 to 2017 NBA season. This showed the commitment between the Kings and that they also were still very high on McLemore, but that was not the case at all. Instead of giving him even more minutes, they gave him even less. His minutes dropped from 32.6 minutes the prior year to 21.2, which is approximately 11.4 less minutes per game. This would obviously go on to hinder McLemore's development, and he would go on to struggle once again because of so. On February 1st, 2015, McLemore would miss his first career NBA game to stop his streak of playing in 211 games to start his career, which shows his durability. In his 3rd year with the Kings, he averaged a career low 7.8 points per game, 1.2 assists per game, 2.2 rebounds per game, shot 36.2% from 3, and 42.9% from the field. All around, this was one of McLemore's worst years due to the fact that he had been given the least amount of minutes of his career. To me, at this point, I feel like the Sacramento Kings had already given up on Ben McLemore. They weren't going into the playoffs, so that at the very least, they should give him as much minutes as possible to see if he's a part of their future plans. In his 4th year in the NBA, he averaged 8.1 points per game, 2.1 rebounds per game, shot 38.2% from 3, and 43% from the field. But again, he saw his minutes dip once again to 19.3 minutes per game. At this point, it was very clear that the Kings didn't view McLemore as a part of their future plans. For the first time in Ben McLemore's career, he was finally a free agent. In the summer of 2017, he signed a 2-year, $10.7 million deal with the Memphis Grizzlies. It was clear that McLemore needed a change of scenery because his last situation just wasn't fit for him. His start with the Grizzlies didn't start out too good since he was ruled out for approximately 12 weeks after fracturing his right foot in a pickup game. When he finally got healthy and was able to return to action, the Grizzlies assigned him to their G League affiliate, the Memphis Hustle, to get some action in. A week later, he was recalled to the Memphis Grizzlies, and he was finally able to make his debut with them. In his debut, he put up 4 points and 2 rebounds in 8 minutes. In his revenge game against his former team, the Sacramento Kings, he dropped a new season-high 21 points. For the season, he would go on to average 7.5 points per game, 2.5 rebounds per game, shot 34.6% from 3, and 42.1% from the field. His first year with the Grizzlies didn't start out too hot, and it was apparent that once he fractured his right foot, he couldn't get into a consistent after he returned. it was also still apparent that he still had a lot of potential. He just had to find a way to use all of it efficiently. On July 17, 2018, the Memphis Grizzlies traded Ben McLemore, Deontay Davis, and a second-round pick and cash considerations to the Sacramento Kings in exchange for Garrett Temple. Yup, you can't make this stuff up, guys. They traded him back to his old team, the Sacramento Kings. Yeah, that same team that didn't want anything to do with him. This reunion definitely wasn't good for McLemore because, as I aforementioned earlier, the Kings had already given up on Ben McLemore, so this just was not going to work out. In 19 games for the Kings, McLemore averaged 3.9 points per game, shot 41.5% from 3, and 39.1% from the field. This was a reunion that just should not have happened, and on February 7, 2019, he was waived by the Sacramento Kings, ending his second stint with the Kings. He would go on not to play for the remainder of the season, and his career looked to be on the ropes until on July 23, 2019, Ben McLemore signed with the Houston Rockets. This was a really underrated move, and it was an opportunity that McLemore needed to show that he belonged in the NBA. So far through 22 games, he's playing very well, and especially of late, he's been going off. On the season, he's averaging 10 points per game, 2.4 rebounds per game, shooting 35.1% from 3 and 40.9% from the field. This has been a really good bounce back year for Ben McLemore, and he's giving us glimpses of the potential that we all knew he had and currently has. As of late, he's been playing amazing. He's been flourishing, and in his last 2 games, he's put up 28 points at 9 for 18 from the field and 8 for 17 from 3, 2 rebounds and 3 assists and 1 steal. And in his last game, he dropped 27 points on 10 for 15 from the field and 5 for 9 from 3. Also, he got 2 rebounds and 1 steal. This was the first time in his career putting up back-to-back games with 25 plus points. Ben McLemore just looks a lot more comfortable on the court, and he's showing that he belongs in the NBA. He doesn't have to be the star player that we envisioned him to be coming out of college. All he has to do is provide instant offense off the bench for the Rockets. That's what he's doing right now. Hopefully Ben McLemore can keep up this pace and continue to improve on his game and show us why he was so highly touted coming into Kansas University. If Ben McLemore puts more work and improves on his game, his future will be very bright. And this move would be one of the most underrated moves in prior history. But other than that, man, that is the video. Make sure that guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Other than that, man, like I said, hoping for the best for Ben McLemore's career. I remember watching him at Kansas. He just looked so good. Like I said, he was so highly touted. I'm hoping he can find a good groove with the Rockets and, like I said, show he belongs in the NBA and just continue to improve on his game and hopefully get better. And we can see why, like I said, he was so highly touted. But other than that, man, like I said, that is the video. Make sure y'all boys go like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. But other than that, man, make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at your boy John. Links to those will be in the description box down below. But other than that, man, it's been your boy John. And I'm out, man. Peace.